Wes here, and today we're going to be doing Let's Spy on Them. Alright, I haven't done this video in a while, so hopefully it'll be a good one. But for those of you tuning in, I did release another video just before doing this video. It's a future predictions video. It involves kind of stocks, the Russian-Ukraine thing that's going on, tariffs, all that jazz. It's a one-time bonus video, so go and check that out if you have time. I try to make shortened versions for you to watch, and the timestamps will be in that comment section, as they always are, for your convenience. All right. But obviously for this video, we're just doing the usual rundown, which is going to be an ex-partner of some sort. All right. We'll be probing their mind, seeing what we can find. Thank you for all the people that leave beautiful, lovely comments on my channel. For the ones that I didn't respond to, I'm sorry. I do try to respond to everybody, but I do miss a couple. But do appreciate you. My email can be found in the description box of this video. Alright, if you need to get a hold of me for any reason. And just remember, folks, always use your judgment when a tarot reading applies to you and when it doesn't. Alright, both my videos that I do, which is if you're not talking with them and spying on them, are not cross-watcher readings. However, some people do it anyways. You know, again, I can't stop you, so use your own judgment when it comes to that, alright? The videos weren't intended to be cross-watcher reads, but it is what it is, alright? If the story doesn't resonate, that's okay. There's other readers that may get your story, alright? Don't force things that don't sound like your situation. Alright, I think I pretty much announced everything. Yeah. 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 Why does that look crooked? Is it crooked? No. Alright. Aries. Alright, Aries. Let's do this. Tell me about the person our Aries want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know about them? What can Aries know? Okay, we've got the star. This is somebody that watches you take a shower. Pretty sure. I mean, that's to me what it looks like. I'm just kidding. It's a very confusing card when you look at the face there. I can't tell if that's a man or a woman. So I guess it's just a little bit of both, we'll say. Alright, that has no relevance to the reading, just my observation. Alright, who this person might be, the star, though, it can't be suggesting someone that you're talking to for some of you. The star in modern day tarot is communication electronically. Alright, for others of you, this is somebody that you are getting over. Alright, healing past. Mending that broken, destroyed, smashed, pulverized heart. Back to something that could be more useful in the dating scene. Tell me about the person our Aries want to spy on. What is this person thinking about towards Aries? Page of Swords reversed. What else are they thinking about? Eight of Swords. This person's very much an overthinker. Tell me about the Page of Swords reversed. Something that was something that this person has seen is irritating them. Page of Swords reversed. Clarify that. Yeah, actually, I don't even need to clarify that. Whoever this person is suggesting that they have seen something relating to you that has put them in their mind quite a bit. The Page of Swords reversed is a card that is generally a bastard card, if you ask me. It's one of the negative ones. The Page of Cups is also, when it's reversed, is quite a negative card too. But it is oftentimes suggestive of spying behavior or probing, kind of being nosy. The Page of Swords, when reversed, will do that kind of stuff. It's not really oftentimes for productive reasons. It's just out of nosy curiosity to know, what are you doing? Who's that? It's sometimes out of jealousy or spite or reasons of just, I don't know, things, rejection breeds obsession with this card. It's someone that's just, again, keeping tabs on old Aries. However, in this case, it is implying that something that this individual has seen about you has aroused their curiosity, but also, unfortunately, put them in their mind. It's basically saying you did something, Aries, that you weren't allowed to do, according to this person. The hell, I said you could go to the bar. What was Aries thinking? I mean, I was not consulted about this. Alright. Apparently this person didn't get the memo. Alright. What is this person... how does this person that we're spying on for Aries, how do they see Aries currently? Wow. This person has quite a bit of romantic interest in you. This person also sees you as trying to make a good decision when it comes to the dating life. Essentially, they believe that you're trying to make a logical, rational, and loving direction that's going to be very fruitful for you. I mean, basically, who wouldn't want this? All right. Queen of Cups is positive because it is suggesting trying to open your heart up or be romantically open or available. And the Seven of Pentacles is someone that's going to get a good catch. This person may perceive that some of you are on the market or being selective in who you offer that cup to. Perhaps they know you don't share your private stash liberally. Am I one of those people, Aries? Are you going to pour me a big mega pint of your finest? Probably not, if I'm honest. Oh. This could be a queen with some very high standards. Alright. What is this person hiding from Aries? Hermit reversed. This person is a very deep thinker. This person spends a lot of their time in their mind about you. Okay? I don't know how they are as a person in general. It doesn't say here, but it is saying when it comes to you, you take up quite a lot of mental real estate in their mind. Right? Sun reverse came out. We're not going to take that because I don't know what the hell that's saying. Tell me about the Hermit reverse. Why are they hiding that from Aries? The person we're spying on for Aries. Why are they hiding the Hermit reversed? The card comes out. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Opportunity falling through. Whoever this person is feels some sense of frustration that there was some type of... it's not very clear with the Ace of Pentacles, but there was some type of... And I don't know how... It's not... It would have been more clearer if it was the Ace of Cups, but it's not here. It's saying... But there is some type of... I don't know how else to explain it other than an opportunity. It's some situation that occurred that this person is now viewing in hindsight was quite important. But it fell through. The reversal suggesting you didn't go to plan. Right? I just don't know in what context it was. Was it reestablishing communication with you? I mean, for some of you, may still communicate with this person. I don't know. This person seems to kind of reflect or stay in their mind about what was and what, kind of, again, hindsight. But it kind of seems like this is somebody that's reflecting about something that's already gone. Why does this Ace of Pentacles reverse matter to this person we're spying on someone? According to the tarot, they're quite disappointed. All right. This probably is one of those white knight situations. Really, a person that the Aries is just kind of like, we're just friends, you know? What does that mean? It means I'm probably going to choose any other male but you. Sorry. Did that come out loud? I don't know. This, you know, in all seriousness, this may be suggestive here of an individual that is manifesting your energy areas that you probably aren't interested in. I don't know who this would be, but, and it may not apply to all of you. This doesn't, to me, seem like it's, I don't know. This reading's different than what I normally get from an Aries reading, so the energy just kind of seems like someone that missed their chance. And I'm not saying, Aries, that this person's like groveling at your feet, desperate. But they were reflecting on something. I don't know. It was something important to them. It seems like this person overthinks stuff. There was some degree of spying here. This person seems to be aware something about you, that you're probably in the game or something like that. But it's almost like their energy is portraying, my opportunity has passed. Poor me. Poor me. I'm a true ragamuffin. I'm not getting a chance. Whether this person's really in this kind of state, I don't know. It's hard to say. But why is this person showing up in this reading? Because they walked away, it's saying. And it went over 7 of Pentacles. Oh, that's significant. This did go over 7 of Pentacles. So what it's saying is that this person may, and again, you're going to have to really use your judgment here, Aries, if this applies to you. But it is suggesting an individual that may be regretting walking away or leaving the situation. It went over the 7 of Pentacles, which is a strong suggestion there that there is some evaluation of what they had. Whether that was they liked the pussy, or maybe they liked the talking, or maybe it was freeloading in your bedroom. I don't know. All right? But this person's having some type of regret. You know, I know I discarded Aries like a piece of trash, but maybe there was something there, you know? Maybe I shouldn't have walked away and spilled all the cups and trash to the place before I left. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Was that the right opportunity? Just kidding. Yeah, that's what I got for you, Aries. Sounds like you got a mopey person here that made a bad decision. You know, but this is also concerning Aries of these situations where people do that and then they end up finally getting another chance and they come back around and they actually be like, actually, you know what? I don't want this. I thought I did it, and I know I was moping on the ground about it, but it turns out, for the second time, no, I still actually don't want this. Then the third time comes around, I'm really sorry. I'm going to read. Good luck to you. Alright, we're going Taurus now. Hello, Taurus. All right, tell me about the person our Taurus wants to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? What can we know? What can we know? 4 of Wands. Then we're going to look at the, obviously, imagery of the card first. Suggestive for some of you, Taurus. This is someone, A, you want a family with, or B, you had a family with. All right? There's also something around marriage. Whenever I use the Royale, obviously this imagery is important on some versions of different, in certain versions of the tarot, the Four of Wands will show different things and what it may indicate, depending on the deck you have. In this case, it is a reference to family and stability, all right? So whoever this person is obviously someone you saw a future with. Maybe even a little you or something over there. So it's not showing anything too negative here. Okay. Let's just see what else it shows here before I change my mind on what I'm saying. So about the person, our Taurus, want to spy on. What is this person thinking about towards Taurus? What are they thinking about? The Ace of Pentacles, that's very favorable to you. What else are they thinking about? You know, I'm going to just show you this, but coming out of the cold, this could be a reconciliation thing here. I'm going to put that actually as a lower energy. Person we're spying on for Taurus. What are they thinking about towards Taurus? So I have the Three of Cups horizontal here. Whoever this individual is, Taurus, is thinking about immediate reconciliation or coming back around, right? Something that's very important here. When I say reconciliation, I want to emphasize something here. This combination doesn't directly actually suggest getting back together romantically. It actually implies two parties reconnecting in a mutual way, all right? Any of the pentacle energy is foundational when it comes to relationships. It's very important because if you look at any type of long-lasting relationship, there requires a couple things in the pot to make great soup. One of them is the financial security. It can be building trust relations. It can be having a foundation, whether that's a living situation or things around, you know, being in the right area to each other. There's a lot of factors that play into reconnecting, all right? If the conditions are right, then obviously emotional chemistry and all that stuff can generate after that, right? But it can be something as small as just reestablishing some type of interaction with each other, all right? Doesn't necessarily mean getting back together romantically, all right? So this person's thinking about something around doing that with you, all right? If you are having contact with this person, even better, because it kind of would suggest, again, someone that's probably interested in this again, all right? But, well, maybe I should hold my tongue there until I see what else comes out. Because I don't know if this is coming from how you saw this person or what the deal is, all right? Why would somebody want to come out the cold with you, all right, improve things? We have the Three of Cups horizontal here, suggesting things could go favorably in a positive direction or things could go negatively in a bad direction. This person's thinking about that. Why would it be suggestive of that? Because it almost implies if this fails, then it's a loss. If it works, then it'll be great. This person seems to be on the fence when it comes to you. I don't know. How does this person we're spying on Taurus, how do they currently see Taurus? How do they see Taurus? So we got King of Pentacles horizontal here. That doesn't tell me a whole lot. Why does it say King of Pentacles horizontal? Page of Wands reversed. So there's a lack of communication. Yeah. I have to assume the King of Pentacles is them. One of the things that's interesting about getting this card is that this is a family man card and it would synergize heavily with that, all right? it would synergize as that role. But the question is, the Page of Wands reverse is telling us two things. Either A, you're not interested in restarting it, or B, there's a lack of communication. So how does that relate to them seeing you? It's almost implying that you either don't want something to do with them, or you're not engaging them. I don't know. Or you're not starting something. But there is another context. This could mean something else, but it's hard for me to... I don't want to say what that is, because then it would just kind of confuse the reading a bit. What is the person we're spying on for Taurus? What are they hiding from Taurus? Card comes out. Two of Pentacles. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. King of Wands. This is favorable to you. We also have New Start. You have someone here that wants to pursue you, Taurus. However, this energy is strong for rebalancing or fixing something. This reading overall, Taurus, is kind of tricky, and I think it's definitely going to apply mainly, well, to certain Taurus, because the real question is, in what way is what is this person trying to do here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. In what it seems like, it would be a situation where Taurus has... I'm guessing because of this, there's some distance or separation. A. B. It would also imply that this is a person you're either not talking with, or you're giving maybe resistance to them, or impression that you're not interested. Alright? But irregardless of that, it still shows initiative on this person to reapproach you, refound something, start something, but almost imply to fix it. The question is this good or bad? This person is almost waiting, as I said with the Three of Cups horizontal here, it's almost implying that they're taking it like it's a 50-50 thing. Either it's going to be a great success, or it's not. Alright. Three of Cups, if it goes reversed, it would just be a failure, a flop. It's not going... there's nothing fulfilling there. It didn't play out well, because if it did, if it went in this direction, then it'd be very good, be very favorable for the both of you. But they're kind of anticipating there could be a rejection here of some sort, or a failure to do so. Why hasn't the person we're spying on for Taurus, why haven't they approached Taurus? So it's saying the Page of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Moon. So this person seems to be hesitant. Moon energy is showing a lot of unknowns. The Page of Pentacles doesn't seem to... it would kind of imply the reversal here, that, again, there hasn't been either an initiation on their part, or it's not the right time of some sort. So this person is thinking of this opportunity here, but they're choosing not to initiate. And the key energy here is the Moon energy. So there's some clouding occurring where there's uncertainty. This person, what are they concerned about with the Moon? Death. If it's ended or it's over completely. So I don't know what else to say there, Taurus. It sounds like you've got someone on the fence. The death there can also be somewhat positive, depending on how you want to look at it, because it can suggest... It's tricky with what I was saying there with death, because death can be putting skeletons or past problems and issues to bed, and then pushing forwards and starting in a new direction. All right, so it can be positive, but it can also be we're closing this off for good and moving on. So it seems like this person is uncertain around that, or trying to figure out, I don't know, where you guys exactly stand. Why is this person having so much uncertainty? I have to assume that you're not giving them much to work with. I don't know. Or they're, I mean, that's all I can think of. Unless you flat out told them you're just not interested in it. I don't know, Taurus. So I got for you. Your reading's a little tricky, but I don't want to overthink it. We got for energy, I keep forgetting to read energies, but we have Aries, general, Pentacle energy. We have Taurus, Cancer, fire energy, Pentacle energy, Capricorn energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Aquarius, general, Pentacle energy, and we have Pisces, Cancer. All right, that's what I got. Gemini. We're getting high with Gemini. How those bong rippers doing for you, Gemini? Alright, hopefully they're doing good. You're floating in the right places. Tell me about the person our Geminis would like to spy on. Who is this person? The Fool reversed. Either somebody you don't want to take a chance on, or refuse to take a chance on. It's too risky. We have Aquarius energy there. Someone you're uncertain about. The Fool reverse there is suggesting immediately that this is an individual that may be too chaotic for you, or has some degree of features you're not too thrilled with. Tell me about the person our Geminis want to spy on. What is this person thinking about towards Gemini? A card comes out. King of Swords reversed. Holding back communication of some sort. What else? Being single. Tell me about the King of Swords reversed. Why is that showing up in their thoughts? Sun reversed. Something cloud. gotta figure out, so what I gotta figure out here is this King of Swords reverse is important. This is suggestive here, Gemini, of a person that may be choosing to ignore you or withhold communication. It would suggest that there's some motivation or intention to create some sense of darkness, or when I'm saying darkness, I'm talking about clouding or confusion. And it's also to give you the impression, I guess, that they're single. Them strutting their shit over here. Look at my bird. It's a pretty cool bird, but this person may want to give you the impression that they are single and ready to mingle, and even better if you don't know what's going on. And this could be someone trying to make you jealous, but it's only showing them thinking this. This is also possible that this person's wondering if you're single, or something around that. Someone's being single here. How does Gemini see this person that we're spying on, Gemini? Page of Swords reversed. So some of you may feel this person's intentionally ignoring you but keeping tabs on you. So again, maybe the King of Swords reverse is correct. It keeps showing that there's some type of reversal energy, obviously with the Page of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords reverse, implying that, I don't know, this person may have an attitude, be stubborn, or playing games even. The reversals of both these cards can kind of suggest sometimes for some of you game playing, or trying to kind of, you know, up the ante, kind of a degree of mind games potentially, or just game playing. But there seems to be some focus about trying to give the impression of being single and ready to mingle. For some of you, this person may be trying to show, and this is only an if you follow their social media or something like that, may give the impression that they're indirectly on the market. You know, these are those pictures of somebody trying to, just woke up and you're like dressed for the club type thing, and you're like, that looks really out of place. But it's really to try and, because they know who it's supposed to, you know, it's essentially posting a picture because they want Gemini to look at it. But it could be, again, to create jealousy here. The Sun reverse going to King of Swords reverse is not really a good combination either, because it also can talk about arrogant thinking, prideful thinking. Talk about the person we're spying on for Gemini. How does this person see Gemini? How do they see Gemini? Says Ace of Pentacles reversed. Failed opportunity. Alright? Didn't work out. Again, this is further supporting this person might be annoying. If something didn't work out with you, but one would ask the question, well, what if this person left you? I mean, did they just see you as something that didn't work out? But if that is true, then it doesn't really explain too much about their thoughts, because their thoughts are just maybe saying, I just want to be single. What is this person hiding? The person that we're spying on for Gemini. So we have a High Priestess. Something about a secret or silence. Tell me about the High Priestess. Why are they hiding that from Gemini? Why is the person we're spying on for Gemini hiding the High Priestess? So we have the Strength reversed. Strength reversed and Three of Pentacles reversed. There's some fear that things won't work out between the both of you. The Strength reversed is showing there is some, again, emotional vulnerability. But it's saying it's an internal fear. This could be for somebody that is, does not really reveal anything to go off type person. Like, you really never know how they truly are. This is like a situation when someone says, I don't fucking need you, when they're actually in actuality inside, they're like, I do, but I don't want to be wrong. I'm not sure, honestly, what to overall truly think about this person, though, Gemini, because their energy is very... It's a little elusive to really figure out what they're trying to do here. What is the person we're spying on for Gemini? What do they want from Gemini? The Hangman. Why that? Why do they want that? So we have 5 of Wands here. They want things to be stuck in confusion. Which would match what they're trying to do here. Why would they... What does that achieve? King of Cups reversed. One would ask, was that supposed to be upright? That is a mystery there. What is that trying to say? The only thing I can think of is like you wouldn't fall in love with, I'm assuming, with somebody else. What does that mean for Gemini, the King of Cups reversed? 4 of Pentacles, possessive. Why is the King of Cups reversed? Saying delays. Saying like attachment, or you hold on, or something like that. I'm not going to dive too much into that. I'm not really 100% sure there, Gemini, what that's truly implying. It seems what I can get out of that is that this person, I would say, has questionable motives towards you. There's strong indication in this energy of some sort of jealousy or possessive behavior. One would question this person's methodology on how they approach things here. There seems to be some suggestion of ego or pride in this reading, in some fashion or way. The worst case scenario with this reading, Gemini, is trying to make someone dependent on another here. That is I don't see that very often in readings, but there is some suggestion of that, like causing unnecessary problems, friction, delays, things like that. But there seems to be some type of carrot on a stick kind of thing, where it's like giving you something but not giving you a lot, where it stalls things, so it's not necessarily moving forwards. But there's like, when we ask why it's the intention, what is the intention behind that, it seems to be to create some type of possessive behavior, like maybe, I don't know, you know what they say, rejection breeds obsession. I don't know if there's something around that. What do I expect overall? I don't expect much from whoever this person is. They seem to have a very strange, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just a bizarre kind of approach to this. I mean, what's the good here? The good news, it does kind of suggest they want cooperation with you, but they're not confident. I mean, this person has a lot of doubt, but then they're playing games. I don't know what to really think. But what's the advice for Gemini out of this list? Your advice is to walk away. Well, that's pretty good advice. I probably agree with the tarot on that. This person seems a mess. Alright, thanks for watching. Good luck to you. Or, you know, you can't win if you don't play. So maybe you gotta go just play and find out if you need to walk away or not. Do alright, baby, on the 47th spin I put out. Hi there, Cancer. I'm Dr. Waldo. Please join me as we do your therapy session and learn a little bit more about you. Okay. And it appears the cat just threw up. That must mean something of spiritual importance in your reading. Someone throwing up. Thank you, Chief. Much appreciated. All right. Tell me about the person our Cancers want to spy on. Who is this person? Says the Lovers. Somebody that you cared a lot about. Could have been a soulmate. We got Gemini energy here. And it also could have been a person with this particular version of the card. It's very sexualized. So someone that you had a strong sexual connection with. Let me let this little rascal out. I'm going to go throttle him later, but not right now. Oh, thanks for vomiting. Alright. So, this is a person that you, it shows them more like a ghost, though. So, someone you fantasize a lot about. Someone you may feel aligned with. Someone you may feel spiritually connected to. All right, tell me about the person we're spying on for Cancer. What is this person thinking about towards Cancer? Ending the conflict with you. This is a person that you must have been engaged in some type of drama with, or friction, or competition. The question is, what kind of friction was it? That's anyone's guess, Cancer. What else is this person thinking about towards Cancer? There is strong indication from this person. Wow, I mean, look at that. There's someone that's getting hot and heavy and bothered for you. How about you and me go to have some seafood, baby, on the beach? Even that fish is excited. Look how excited that fish is. It's trying to, like, get in that cup there. Cancer. What do you think about eating that fucking fish? I think it'd be a great idea. Oh, yeah. I don't know, that was a random thought. Alright. Hopefully that fish was not going to be harmed over that date. I mean, Cancer is a crab, so anything's possible. Tell me about the person that we're spying on for Cancer. How does this person see Cancer? Four of Wands really wants to come out. This person sees you as boo material. They see you as friction material. I like the transition between you and this person, Cancer. Seems to be a third person there. Can't imagine what that's implying. Either that or the fish transformed into a physical child. Alright. I mean, with pronouns and all this other stuff, anything's possible, really. Maybe that fish started identifying as a human. That would make a lot of sense. I no longer identify as a fish. Yeah. What is this person hiding from Cancer? The person that clearly and obviously wants Cancer. They want a brand new start with you to take a chance. This person's energy is so wildly plastered towards I want something with a Cancer. The big old question we now have to ask is, which Cancer does this apply to? Unfortunately, it won't apply to all of you. It's not possible. There's some strong-ass energy here for somebody wanting to really fuck you 6 ways from Sunday, if you ask me. Sorry for the language, but that's the honest opinion. So, I suppose I should ask, but here's the thing that I want to know. What was this about? That is important, though, because irregardless of how good this energy is, Cancer, it's suggesting that while this looks like diamonds and pearls, there was something else going on here. I don't know if it's lightsabers. I don't know if you guys were dueling it out. Doing some Star Wars action night or something that went wrong. Maybe you were pretending to be Prince Leia and they accidentally came from the movie 300 and you're like, that wasn't what we were supposed to be. No, you were supposed to be Darth Maul, you idiot. Then it turned into a giant fight. Alright, that probably didn't happen. Anyways, sorry, I'm getting carried away again. Alright. So, since we know there was some type of arguing, fighting potentially for some of you, or there was some other type of friction, this could also suggest that there were other suitors in the picture. Maybe this person didn't get picked. Cancer decided to go and, you know, do something else with somebody else. if this person, the person responding with Cancer, if they absolutely want Cancer as much as it's showing here, then why aren't they doing it? What is holding this person back? It goes over the Four of Wands. Knight of Cups. Why would the Knight of Cups stop them? Justice? Making something right? Basically, what it's saying is that there's some type... So, let me translate this in full summary. This is for a Cancer that is familiar with this person, where you had some type of fallout, as I explained, for whatever reason. I don't know. How that would have transpired, again, I don't know. But there was some type of, we need to separate or go different ways. Or the lightest scenario, as I came up with, is perhaps there was too much competition and this person was like, okay, Cancer's, going with that person and not me. That's the lighter scenario. But whatever the case is, this person has infatuation towards you. And it seems like there's some, like, this person's kind of waiting around for something to be resolved, or, a resolution, or just trying to make something right with you. But apart from that, this person really wants you. Why hasn't the Five of Wands reversed and justice occurred with Cancer? Why hasn't that occurred between this person and Cancer? Just the opportunity or something. What the fuck? And it keeps going over this Four of Wands. What is that saying? What is so important about this? Why would that hold? For some of you, maybe you're dealing with family stuff, or there's got to be something else I'm missing here. Something about this is fucking shit up. How they see you. What am I not seeing here, Spirit? Can you give me a hint? Six comes past Empress. Past. So it's saying past baby mama for some of you, baby daddy. Past child. Okay, so that's strong for any Cancer that has children, right? I understand not all of you do have kids, but for some of you may have kids with this person. It's hinting at something around that. Empress can't talk about pregnancy, saying someone from past. Again, there's also children in this picture, but strong indications of that. And it's highlighting, again, a card of pregnancy, and it's going over this right here as a clue. So this could be an ex-baby daddy for some of you, or somebody that's relating to children. I don't know. Again, won't apply to all of you, but that's just throwing that extra out there. All right. How does Cancer see this person that we're spying on for Cancer? Oddly enough, the Ace of Swords is horizontal, and it's going over the Fool. So it's almost implying that some of you are 50-50, where it's like you're unsure if there's going to be any talk or discussion or illumination or clarity or not over a new start with this person. So this almost implies for some of you kind of probably would know who this is. But One thing that's very, like, somewhat of a clue here, Cancer, is it's almost to a degree suggesting in this reading that it would have to be a person that you are not contacting with, or don't have contact with, or you're at a distance from. All right? It almost implies like you're anticipating or you're waiting on clarification from this person, or expecting them to kind of pop out and surprise you or tell you or illuminate something to you, or I don't know. For some of you, may be expecting communication from this person, or for others of you, are just waiting around until they do something. For others of you, may not, I don't know, may not know what to think. Because again, Ace of Swords, when it's upright, can suggest you have clarity and transparency in what to know about the situation, and the reversal suggests you don't. And it's going on a card of a brand new start. So, anyways, that's what I got for you, Cancer. What a strange reading. Definitely someone here that is hot and heavy for you. They want to have some time with your Cancer. You know, some makeup time. Yeah, actually, fuck it. We're done with Cancer. Good luck to you, Cancer. Interesting reading. Puzzling reading as well. Three of Wands. We're going to take that. We're going to take that. Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we're going to take that. We're going to take that. We're going to take it. We're going to spank it. Leo. Bargain tigers. Discount tigers. Tigers that... Where's that guy's name? Let me get it. Tigers that are confused whether Kilmar Abragio Garcia should be coming back to the United States or not. Political tiger. Alright. Alright, well, you can, for those of you interested, you can go and watch my prediction video, which does discuss that. Alright. Don't care, Tiger. Awesome, glad to have you. Just get to the video, Tiger. Ooh, got some impatient ones here. Alright, tell me about the person our Leos want to spy on. We have this card here, Aries energy, Three of Wands. This is someone that seems like you're waiting on. Tell me more about this person. It's Six of we got Six of Wands, but it's horizontal. This is showing a hanging out kind of energy. Unsure, but it's showing uncertainty whether something will be a success or a flop. This implies there's some type of unknown outcome here. Well, duh, but nonetheless, it shows a Leo waiting, but without any guarantee of anything. This also, for some of you, is suggesting here, you can see the Two of Wands. There's one in there. And what that's indicating is that it would be a Leo that's made a decision about something. Because of that decision, they're holding that opportunity, taking that chance there, but they're waiting to see if something will pan out in their favor or be a flop. Something involves this person. I don't know if it's just... Well, breathe in, breathe out. All right. Talk about the person that we're spying on for Leo. What is this person thinking about towards Leo? Ace of Cups reversed, not good. And what else? Four of Pentacles. Why are they thinking that? Person we're spying on for Leo. Why are they thinking the Four of Pentacles upright? Clarify the Four of Pentacles. So we have the Nine of Swords. What does that Four of Pentacles mean for Leo? Coming back. So this person, Leo, it's suggestive here, does have a degree of overstressing here, but it seems to be about some possessive behavior or something like that coming back to you. This energy is kind of suggesting somebody that kind of is not liking something the way it's turned out. It doesn't really show them doing much other than just, I guess, fixate a little bit. It's also not very good energy either, Leo, because it's almost implying that they're reflecting on it, that even if they came back, it wouldn't be much love there. But it's odd energy because it's almost implying they don't care for it, but they still want it. And it seems to bother them or stress them out a bit. How does this person respond to Leo? How do they see Leo? They see you as difficult. You got Nine of Wands. Some of you, they may view you as the wounded warrior, or you're kind of portraying your situation as you got a lot of shit going on, you're doing this. But there's a lot of ways I could, obviously interpret that card. But the question is, I suppose, why would they see you as Nine of Wands? Nine of Wands can also be entrenched, like you're a little bit defensive, or you're kind of like vigilant in your path, but there's a no compromise, kind of like, well, if you don't want to fit in this puzzle, then get the fuck out. I've been through a lot, Tiger. I've been through a lot, Tiger. I don't know, hopefully it's not like that. How does Leo see this person we're spying on? Leo. Wheel of Fortune reversed. You kind of see it as a situation that did not go in your favor, Leo. It just kind of ended up, I guess, the the Wheel of Fortune reversed here is quite negative as well. Some of you may question if this person came into your life for, were they just a lesson? Was it ever supposed to work out? I always get bad luck with these kinds of people. Something that I never understand, every time I do these readings, why Leo is always at the forefront of some type of friction or drama. It never seems to ever show something that's quite radically different. Or like super positive. I see it in a lot of other readings where it can be either or. Maybe there is one other sign that's kind of difficult too. But your sign seems to always just somehow have this friction in it. The person that we're spying on for Leo, what are they hiding? That they're not done with the situation. We already know that. Okay. This person is clearly still stuck on you, Leo. However, I want to emphasize this, that what the tarot is suggesting, that whoever this is, their attachment to you wouldn't be really suggested as healthy. This person seems to have awareness that coming back into the picture with you probably wouldn't be a good idea, but at the same time, even from a logical standpoint, it would suggest in tarot that their mind is telling them it wouldn't be a good idea, but it is nonetheless stressing them out. And this is a card of not following one's intuition. In other words, it's kind of implying they want what they want. But this would also suggest that even if that was true, that they would come back in the situation probably for the wrong reasons. In other words, there is something of interest there, but this is like a person that's like, well, Leo meets 2 out of the 5 major things that I want in my life. So there are 3 strong dislikes, but there are 2 really good ones. But then if I get the 2 that I want, then I have to put up with the other 3 things that I don't like. So this is a person like that's tempted because they want something that you have or can offer them. But the risk that this whole energy kind of suggests is temporary. In other words, even if they came around, it wouldn't last long. Not to be negative, but that's just what I'm seeing. I mean, this already says, according to you, at least for some of you, it won't apply to all of you, but it's saying you felt that things did not go in your favor when you dealt with this person. What is this person's potential intentions towards Leo in the upcoming future? Oh, man. So 2 cards did drop out. We'll take them. Shows 4 of Cups and the Fool. This person is sitting in the should-haves, the could-haves, the would-haves, and there's a degree of disappointment, frustration. But here's something important here. This person's not satisfied suggesting with what they have. There is some degree, again, that this person looks at this situation, Leo, as what I kind of already described earlier, where it's like they're frustrated because it's a situation where you apparently have 1 or 2 or more features, something that is significant to them that they want. But there's other features that come with you they don't want. And it's one of those frustrations where it's like, why can't I just have it with all the features I want? But then this person faces the dilemma of, well, if I just move on, I get nothing. I don't know what this... So this person's like in a stuck dilemma where it's like, well, I really can't commit everything to Leo because, I wouldn't be sincere about it. So it's like this moral dilemma in their head, it seems, about what to do about it. Guaranteed this person also would probably know that if they were to come in the picture and bullshit you a little bit and you were to ask certain things to them, that in their mind they'd be like, no, I actually can't guarantee that. Nope. And they would probably have to be a bit dishonest, in my opinion. But I don't know. What is the good news here? The only good news is you do have someone that is not done with you, apparently, but it's showing them in a very conflicted energy, and it kind of does seem like they have some interest to want to reappear. But even if they did, it doesn't say it would be very stable. And also, again, it would be for compelling reasons that they can't seem to get over. Oh man, Leo's bedroom is so much better than living under this tree. Maybe I should probably stop being a bum. Just fantasizing when Leo was handing me that wine. Oh man, I shouldn't have rejected it. I'm just kidding. I don't know who this person is. What's the advice for Leo? Saying the situation will be a disappointment, and I tend to agree with the tarot in that. Be careful. Three of Swords. Alright. Also, a reference of third party with this. For only certain Leos, the Three of Swords can represent that. And the reason why I'm bringing it up as well is that this person's behavior strongly would be very suitable for third party behavior, where it's like they're coming in to get something from you and then they're bouncing out. Be careful if that applies to you. If you know this person potentially has another person they're dicking around with, it won't apply to all of you. Either or, this is not good. So it's just saying, be careful here. This could be a heartbreaker, soul shaker, as Rambling Mike would say. All right, thanks for watching, Leo. Don't have a whole lot of positivity to share with you today. Virgo. How is the Virgo gang doing? Are you doing great, guys? Great, swell. All right, let's do your reading. Tell me about the person we're spying on for Virgo. Sign of Virgo. What can we know about this person? What can we know? What can I know? Person we're spying on for Virgo. Oh god. Alright, maybe you're not supposed to have this deck for this reading. Let's try the Darkwood Tarot. Okay, card comes out. The High Priestess. This is someone that's been very silent or quiet from you, and you haven't heard from in a while. Tell me about the person we're spying on for Virgo, this person that Virgo hasn't heard from in a while. This person has interest in you, Virgo. What else do we need to know? This person is in their mind. Again, strong emphasis, Virgo, that this person is being in the background. Tell me about the Hermit. What are they thinking about intensively about Virgo? Six of Pentacles. Good. This is a giving energy. Being generous. Now, why would somebody want to come back to a queen and be offering a whole bunch of shit? What would this Six of Pentacles mean for Virgo? So we have the Magician, and we also have the Ten of Pentacles. Would be a win for you. That's very good energy. That could suggest money. It will also suggest a new opportunity or something that could be founded. So it essentially something that could be created here. It's not very specific, but it is favorable to you. The person that we're spying on for Virgo, how does this person currently see Virgo? Someone that, so there was some type of tension. I saw this for another sign as well. It's reversed here. All right, it is suggesting someone that, again, the first highest potential, likely meaning is it's suggestive that there was some conflict of some sort between the both of you or friction, but it's past, it's over. This person sees it as something that's been resolved. Now, what kind of scale is that? Was that tension or friction on? I don't know. For some of you, it could have been something small or minor, and others of you, something major. But irregardless, this person sees some period that wasn't optimal between you and them as past. Now that it has passed, it's suggesting giving or reaching out to you of some sort. They seem to have interest in you. It's showing favorable to you. What is this person hiding? The person that we're spying on for Virgo. The card comes out. Whoa. This person wants their Virgo. Yeah, dang. However, I just want to point this out. Anytime you see the Lovers come out, in the perfect, politically correct way of reading tarot, it does often talk about like soulmate alignment. It can talk about options in Lovers. All right, it's a positive card. It is something that you're sometimes spiritually connected to, karmic partners, things like that. But it's always important to also take into consideration the imagery that comes from the cards, because every deck is different and it tells us a different story. And when it comes to the Lovers, there is strong suggestion in certain versions of the Lovers that are referencing sexual activity. This card also, you can kind of see if you pay attention close enough, they're clearly having sex with each other. All right? This is what this person's hiding. So why I'm pointing this out is that there's two motivating factors this person wants to get laid. All right? So be wary of that. Even though this looks good, it's talking about someone you haven't talked to that's been silent from you, who has sexual interest in you, that does have, and it's showing them what they're hiding. They would like to. All right? You know, this energy here is kind of saying, this is kind of good or bad news for some of you. I don't know, because for some of you, maybe you're like, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting wined and dined and effed, for, I don't know, 1 or 2 nights. For others of you, it doesn't meet your moral criteria, and maybe that's not something you want to participate anymore. All right? Different strokes for different folks. But whatever the case is, it is suggesting this person's approach would be to, I don't know, be very generous towards you, because that would probably, at least in their eyes, suggest that it would generate rapport with you. In other words, you're more likely to open those legs, if I had to take a gander. How does Virgo see this person that we're spying on for Virgo? How does Virgo see this person? 8 of Pentacles reversed. That's not good. Why the 8 of Pentacles reversed? Why does Virgo see this person as the 8 of Pentacles reversed? And you have 4 of Pentacles here. You may see this person as a little bit controlling. You may also feel that their planning or decisions have been not the best. All right. It again references something about money here. Like this person could also, this is also potentially selfish. You may feel this person is a little bit off himself. It does show someone here taking it all for themselves. This is important to know this because what it's saying per the tarot, and again, I don't know how many of you may resonate or apply to this, but it's almost suggesting a Virgo that encountered this person where you may have felt that this other individual is not, maybe your conclusion towards the end of it was that they're not very generous, or they kind of just think about themselves, or whatever. I know that's kind of cliche in the tarot. You hear a lot of readers talk about that shit. But here it is kind of saying that. And what I find interesting about that is that that's how you're seeing this person. And oddly enough, their thinking is suggesting to do the polar opposite of this. In other words, to change your mind. Just don't mind me dressing up as the spawn of Satan. I understand that you may have got the wrong impression of me, but I assure you, I have plenty of coins to give you. Maybe this person feels that you will be easily bribed. We can almost have a timeline for you. This is a sophisticated AI model that have come up here. It cost about $10 million to actually develop this model. At least that's what I'm billing the U.S. government, or what I would. But essentially, this is what it seems their plan is here. If I can do it. Plan. Give Virgo a lot of money. Virgo gets hot and heavy on a date. Equals fuck. Seems like that's the plan there. Anyways, that's what I got for you, Virgo. It seems like somebody that wants to get in your pants. That's all I can really draw from this reading, quite honestly. I know it's a bit vulgar, crude, whatever, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's what it looks like to me. I don't think this person will be sincere about wanting an actual relationship from you. It seems like they want to just dine and dash. Alright? But hey, for some of you may be interested in that. Alright, let's move on to the next reading. I'm gonna piss this shit. Libra. All right, Libra, let's do this. I'm going to do you personally. Tell me about the person our Libras want to spy on. Who is this person? Card comes out. Wheel of Fortune. A little mysterious. It doesn't say much here. Why does it say Wheel of Fortune? Person that we're spying on for Libra. Why does it say the Wheel of Fortune? The Fool. This is someone you're manifesting to have a start with, or you're wanting something to go in your favor with, new journey. There's really nothing negative about this. So, Wheel of Fortune is kind of a tricky card sometimes because it is talking about fate, manifestation, things to come into fruition, things to go in your favor. The Fool is risk to a degree, but it is also going on journeys that are unknown to you. It's not really, yeah, whatever. So about the person our Libras want to spy on. What is this person thinking about towards Libra? Six of Cups. Okay. What else are they thinking about towards Libra? Two of Swords. Some sort of weighing decision here. So that wouldn't be too favorable to you here, Libra. Clarify the right sword. What is that indicating? Lovers. What is the left sword indicating? Page of Pentacles. Both are positive. That's pretty rare. Why is there a mental dilemma if both swords are positive? Queen of Swords reverse. So it's something to do with you. So it almost implies a queen that is not talking, aka you. How does this person see Libra? The person that we're spying on for Libra, how do they see Libra? How does this person see Libra? Knight of Cups reversed. Either you're not interested in love offers or you're not doing anything. Which would kind of match this energy. They don't see you doing anything. Or you're shut off. You're shut down for business. You close shop early. How does Libra see the person we're spying on for Libra? How does Libra see this person? This may not apply to all of you, but it's just for me. The Devil. Well, all right. So That could be a reason why you're not talking to this person, but you may see this person as a bit of a problem. Devil energy here can talk about a situation where it's kind of a troubling one. You can either talk about you being attached to this person, having past attachment, or you keep seeing bad outcomes, but you keep going back to it. I mean, there's a lot of negative things here. Some of you may have obsessions with the person, and others of you may just see them as just problematic, toxic. All right. Tell me about the person we're spying on for Libra. What is this person hiding from Libra? Three of Swords. Why is that there? Why are they hiding the Three of Swords? This person's having a hard time moving on from something. What does that mean for Libra? Three of Swords. Seven of Swords. Some of you Libras may not have trust to this person. Why is the Three of Swords occurring? Ace of Swords reversed. It's not discussed, or it's covered, concealed. There's a failure to move on with this person, but it's saying it's not discussed or talked about. It's hidden. But there's a interpretation from you that may be inaccurate, or I don't know. This person does think about the past. The question is, the real question here, Libra, is it's hard to say with certain. The only way to know for a fact what this is really saying is based on what happened before this, before we drew all these cards. I almost question who this person might be, if it's them wanting to start with you, because I know I said it was you, but it could be them. And the reason I'm changing that is because this energy is suggesting more so that you're the one that's ignoring it or not, discussing it. It does suggest someone from the past, and also suggests someone that you've associated with to some extent. There must be some energy there, but it's showing them, again, in the Two of Swords, stuck energy between this person's dad. I mean, it's kind of rare to see the Two of Swords show two positives, but it's almost implying that either approach, however this person approaches it, may not be successful, or they don't know how to approach it. This kind of may suggest, from the one standpoint, as lovers or something more neutral, It kind of implies that this person's trying to deliberate how to approach the situation, if they did, and that's an if they did. It doesn't show you receptive to them. In fact, when I ask how you see them in a negative light. Alright, so that tells me whoever this person is, you don't seem to trust them, or you've had issues with them. Alright? This person seems to have not moved on from the past or something like that. They stay stuck on it. It does generate some type of confusion. It suggests, again, it really heavily kind of suggests that you see this person in a negative light, or there are qualities about them that you don't trust, or something like that. Alright? It is kind of also implying a degree of confusion. Why that's present, I don't know. Maybe it's because there's a lack of communication or difficulty communicating with you. Alright? That's what I got for you, Libra. No idea what's going to happen to the situation. This seems like it's an up in the air kind of deal. Alright? There is some type of manifesting occurring here. It may lead to something, but I would suspect it won't go far. There's too much clouding there, which is a problem. Ten of Swords reversed. Scorpio! Alright, hope all my Scorpios are doing good. Alright, who this person might be. This is somebody that you attempted to bury in the backyard, but somehow has resurrected out of that grave you dug. Apparently that stinger didn't finish the job there, Scorpio. Alright, in all seriousness, this is a person that it would suggest you have moved on from or got over from a painful cycle. Alright. Either one of you got hurt more than the other, or both of you got hurt. Or it's just a bad breakup. Alright? But it is suggesting there was some not so good times with this person. However, again, it's implying the swords have come out. So this tells me it was something from the past. I wouldn't imagine fairly recent. It must be at least I don't know. I don't actually give time to look at these things, so it's different for everybody and how fast people get over shit. Tell me about the person our Scorpios want to spy on. What is this person thinking about towards Scorpio? Three of Cups reversed. What else are they thinking about? We have the King of Wands here. I just don't know which way it's going. It was leaning towards reversal, but we'll put it halfway. What else are they thinking about towards Scorpio? Three of Swords. This matches with Three of Cups reversed. You got somebody here that's disappointed with how something transpired with you, Scorpio. This person sees a loss. Let me ask some more questions. The person we're spying on for Scorpio, how do they see Scorpio? So I see you as Empress, so this person still has infatuation towards you. Alright, Empress is pretty heavy hitter energy. It's very good because it does suggest there is strong appeal, emotionally and physically, towards you. Card comes out on its own and it went over 10 of Swords reversed. Three of Wands reversed. So there's stalling of 10 of Swords reversed. So it's implying like this person has unhealed wounds. even if this person pretty much acts normal or whatever like that, it's implying that there's some type of pain or frustration or something like that that hasn't quite resolved, or they haven't got over something. It's like they're not over something that occurred with this Ten of Swords. How does Scorpio see this person that we're spying on for Scorpio? Saying you've healed and moved past this person. Again, what's odd about this reading, Scorpio, is it's suggesting that you have seemed to, it would say a Scorpio that's pretty much transitioned or moved on from this person. However, it's flipping around saying that this person hasn't quite got over you. All right? One would ask, did you dump them? What is this person hiding from Scorpio? The person that we're spying on for Scorpio. Three of Pentacles reverse. Clarify that. Why are they hiding it? Card comes out. Ace of Cups reversed. What does that mean for Scorpio? Healing. Again, it persistently shows Scorpio moving on from this person. There's three suggestions suggesting that you have worked past this person, at least for a good portion of you. You're kind of like seeing it as like, we're done. This person does not seem to be thrilled that you're not the way what it's saying is like this person views it as, okay, so you were with this person, it ended for whatever reason. The question is, what exactly transpired? Who the hell knows? But it's suggesting for some reason you seem to move on past it, this person didn't. And this person seems to have some degree of frustration that you weren't willing to resolve something with them or work on why it didn't work or something like that. This seems like someone that's like a clinger to the past. You know? Basically, like this person can be encapsulated as like a turd you try to flush down the toilet, but it's still clinging to the toilet room, and you're just like, God, it just doesn't want to like leave, and I keep trying to scrub it away, but all right, that was a very bad example there, but what is this person's intentions towards Scorpio? This person will want to try and see if you want to work on things. All right, this person's not going to take no for an answer, apparently. I know you try to use the Lysol, but you're going to need something stronger than that. Yeah, that's probably a sign from God that we're not done, you know? So... gonna need that raid. Alright. Why does Scorpio have no interest in this person? Why does it suggest that Scorpio has moved on from this person? Saying so you can be single. Work on being single or work on yourself. Why doesn't Scorpio want this person? Why doesn't Scorpio, per se, want this person? So we've got Page of Cups reversed. Why doesn't Scorpio, for say, want this person? It shows some of the swords. So some of you may not... okay. Well, some of you may not see this person in the best light or trust them. But the Seven of Swords can also suggest you're trying to avoid them. But it can also just imply that you may not like the way that their behavior is. Some of the Swords can be someone that's deceptive or whatever. I don't know. This overall kind of strongly implies like a Scorpio that just like... there's just things about this person you don't seem to like. The only reason why I think we're getting this reading, Scorpio, is, to be honest, that this person's energy is manifesting you back in the picture. I don't think this is going to even work out or go anywhere. Who the hell knows? You know... I mean, there's a reason you flushed the turd down the toilet. You know, you didn't want to see it again. You didn't want to have dinner with it again, you know? You're like, it stinks. It doesn't look good. I need to get rid of it. I want a clean toilet bowl. Unfortunately, this person does want to come back and get in the punch bowl. Anyways, that's what I got for you, Scorpio. Good luck. Alright. I don't know how this will actually play out or who it applies to, but kind of interesting. Okay. Sagittarius. How are you doing, Sagittarius? Hope all you are doing good. Alright, tell me about the person our Sagittarius wants to spy on. So we have Four of Pentacles reversed. This is somebody that you released, you potentially moved on from. Tell me more about the person we're spying on for Sagittarius. We have Nine of Cups here. It's not clear on what that's suggesting there. We'll come back to that. Tell me about the person our Sagittarius want to spy on. What is this person thinking about? They're at a crossroads. In other words, they're trying to make a decision about you. What else are they thinking about towards Sagittarius? What are they thinking? Eight of Pentacles reversed. This person's confused. They're not sure. Tell us about the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Again, it clarifies with confusion. This person could be fantasizing. This person has a wandering mind. This kind of is suggesting, again, I think this is similar to Scorpio. It's showing some person that's manifesting something with you. However, when it comes to manifestation, just because something can come into fruition, it doesn't mean to say it'll work. What is the right wand showing? And what the person's thinking about? End of conflict, something long-term, good. Good. What is the left wand showing? High Priestess reversed. clarify that. Indecision, really. Actually, I'll just leave it at that with High Priestess reversed. This person overall displays very heavy energy suggesting, I don't know. Alright? The High Priestess reversed can also, even when it comes to this person's past, the right wand is kind of suggesting something favorable to you, which would be kind of like a long-term gig or something more stable. Again, a long-term connection of some sort. But that's at best case scenario. Overall, the energy is just suggesting a wave of a pile of confusion where they don't even seem to know what to think or how to reapproach or fix this. I'm assuming that this is the best they can kind of think of. Oftentimes when the High Priestess is reversed, it kind of can suggest this person's just unsure of themselves. They don't know what to think, or they're getting opinions from other people, or they're just overthinking things. Sometimes there's a lot of anxiety or doubt or just uncertainty, and it really kind of suggests that's going on here. So all that's doing is that it's like they don't really seem to have a very good viable solution when it comes to you and what to do or how to approach this. I think this person may have some interest in wanting, because again, when the manifestation component, 9 of Cups would be great for that, because it is oftentimes wishing something into existence or hoping it'll go in that direction. But oftentimes, even if somebody wants to think that, it doesn't mean to say that they actually know how that will happen. You know? I suppose a good way of looking at it is like manifesting winning at the casino, the jackpot. Well, that'd be great, but it really doesn't actually account for the $1,500 in losses you'll probably take before you get to that jackpot. And the jackpot was only $100 anyways. People can just skip all of that. How does this person that we're spying on for Sagittarius see Sagittarius currently? Says 10 of Swords reversed. Things getting, again, this was similar, I think, to Scorpio. It's getting over a situation. Alright, recovery, past something. It seems like this was a situation that was a separation that wasn't the best ending. But like Scorpio, it kind of suggests you're moving on. What is this person hiding from Scorpio? Or no, Sagittarius. Let's rephrase it. Person we're spying on for Sagittarius, what are they hiding? So we have Justice. This person wants to make things right with you. Balance the scales out. I don't know. It sounds like you and Scorpio seem to have something in common here. You've got a person that wants to, that really just doesn't want to say no. You know, would like to come and make things right somehow. Now, I don't exactly know how that would truly play out and how it's implying that would, you know, from this person's standpoint, but it seems to be trying to resolve or work something out. But this person, let's go back to this, in their thoughts, doesn't seem to even have a clue on how that would even occur. So this just seems like a pipe dream or a wish, or like, I'll figure out something. Some kind of energy. What does Sagittarius think of this person? It says you've completely given up on this person. 7 of Wands reversed. You're not even fighting for it. So this would appear, it's a very similar, again, reading to Scorpio, where it is a scenario of a person that you've pretty much probably kicked the can around with for one too many months or years. And you might have got fed up and just decided to call it quits on it. This person seems to be like in that I'm not over this energy. Maybe their other leg is getting really restless and they're just like, I would love to go and kick that can a little longer if you'll join me. Does Sagittarius... I was going to ask if you're going to kick the can with this person that says Seven of Cups. Why did the Seven of Cups come out? I find it odd because it came out here too. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. So it's implying a Sagittarius that when you look at this situation, it's suggesting that with the Six of Swords reversed, now this would be moving things to calmer waters. In other words, you, them, would find a solution. You know, depending on what your situation is with this person and how bad the issues are. For some of you, it's very minor things, and others of you, it's bigger things. But it's saying there wouldn't be there'd be a loss of confidence there. With the Six of Swords being reversed, it's almost saying that, well, even if we did kind of, you know, work on this shit or do whatever, it wouldn't really resolve much. It would kind of, things would either move backwards or the existing problems or issues would still be there and prevent or stifle things from actually moving forwards. And it's also implying like there's a lot of questions around that. In other words, you're not even sure yourself when it came to this person and how things would even work. It would almost suggest that both of you have a problem around that department on, I don't know how that should even work. What's the positive here? It seems like both of you seem to have some degree of similar energies, slightly. I would say the Sagittarius energy appears in this reading for a portion of you more definitive about your position, where you're kind of like, just, I've given up on this, whatever, moving on. This person seems to be manifesting it back into the situation, but irregardless, even if their intentions are to balance out the scales, it would imply that neither one of you actually have a viable solution on how that would even go or play out. So, whatever. I don't really see this going very far, if I'm honest with you. That's what I got for you, Sagittarius. Yeah. Best case scenario, this person, I don't know. Again, I'm just not confident. This reading kind of seems like it's one of those readings where it doesn't really it's not super exciting because it doesn't really give us clarification on what this person's really trying to do when it comes to you. But then in purpose of why we're reading it, it's because they're manifesting it. In other words, trying to make it come into fruition. So who knows? Maybe something will happen unexpectedly. Alright. But may not. Alright, I'm going to go to Capricorn. More sense. Hello, Capricorn. All right, Captain Crunch. Tell me about the person our Capricorns want to spy on. Who's this person? What can we know? What can Capricorn know about this person? Not get anything from this deck. We're going to use Banana Tarot. Banana Terra. We've got a tower here. Capricorn. Split the deck on a tower. Something forced by spirit, potentially. Card comes out again. Empress. Could be children related here for certain Capricorns. Children involved. If you don't have kids with this person, don't stress about it. I'm just pointing it out as a potential message. Towers can, when there's kids involved, can come out. Could be talking about something around that. Alright, tell me about this person we're spying on Capricorn, this tower moment here. We have Lovers and Page of Pentacles here. I'm not taking that though. What is this person thinking about for Capricorn? Card comes out. Cheating or affairs of some sort. Immediately there's dysfunction here. What is this person thinking about towards King of Swords? Telling the truth of something. Or talking about the truth of some sort. This is the Ace of Swords up here, so there is some sense of delivering clarity over something. This is also potential, if it's not relating to cheating, this person's thinking of something strategically. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords. What is that implying? Ten of Pentacles. Again, it's wanting to highlight again something about family or kids or something around that, or a relationship. Money even. This card has a lot about money. Again, there's Pentacle energy in here as well. Heavy, well, worst case scenario with this is suggesting cheating within a marriage or a long-term connection. Best case scenario, strategizing about having a family with you. All right. I know those are very extreme polar opposites there. How does this person see Capricorn? The person we're spying on Capricorn. We have Justice reversed here. I'm not taking it. How does this person see Capricorn? And Justice reversed comes out. Wow. Isn't that amazing? So it really wanted to come out. So this is less likely about wanting a long-term relationship strategizing. This seems to be something about an affair or cheating that occurred. Strong suggestion about that. About something about an affair, cheating, or if someone was doing something they shouldn't. How does Capricorn see this person we're spying on for Capricorn? The card comes out. Queen of Wands reversed. Whoa. So Queen of Wands reversed is someone that would absolutely cheat in this case. So it's saying a Capricorn sees this person like that. Now the Queen of Wands carries the fire and the water energy, suggesting this can talk about cheating where there's an emotional manipulation side to it. The Queen of Wands is arguably somewhat in this scenario worse than the King of Wands being reversed, because the water adds the manipulation component to it, meaning that playing with one's emotions. I still love you, but I caught you banging the hell out of that woman the other day. I still care. It could be, if you're a guy watching this, can also suggest, just flip it, alright? Could be a woman that's going out. It's either or, alright? I accidentally fell on that cock. I did not mean to do that. So I do apologize. Alright? You should really, you know, pick up your clothes. You know, I slipped and I just fell and I found myself on a dick. That wouldn't have happened had you put it in the wash basket like I asked you to. Alright. So this is a Capricorn that's evidently, so far, it's suggesting a Capricorn that's seen this person as potentially a cheater. I don't know. It's hard to say here who's doing what here. But it's definitely strong on your side. You don't see this person in the best light. What truth is this person distorting? The person we're spying on for Capricorn, what truth are they distorting? Let's use this deck. The Emperor is what they're distorting. That's not good because it's suggesting that the opposite, the behavior is not good. Whoever this person is wants to show up in a very structured, positive light. In other words, that both of these cards would suggest that they don't do anything bad. The Emperor is somebody that would be honest and trustworthy, and so would the King of Swords. The problem is the truth, the distortion of truth is suggesting more so that that's not really true. In other words, they do have a bad side to them. What is this person hiding from Capricorn? Hiding the Lovers. Okay. Why would this person hide the Lovers from Capricorn? Why would they hide the Lovers from Capricorn? So we have the World reversed. I mean, Capricorn, this reading strongly suggests somebody that cheated. That's all I gotta say. I don't know who this applies to. And it's kind of frustrating because I really don't want to. I'm almost like, do I have to do another Capricorn reading? Because it's like a specific situation. I mean, we just had the whole thing about, you know, high strong suggestion of some cheating or affair, and it's like, what are they hiding? And it's like, I mean, good Lord. I mean, somebody cheated on someone here. There's even a tower moment for it. So it's clearly something going on here. And somebody, like, not really, I don't know if they're trying to cover it up or questioning whether to be honest about it or not. This is a Capricorn that's seeing somebody as, quite honestly, at least from this standpoint, as a player or a cheater or something like that. Alright. What does this person want with Capricorn? The person we're spying on for Capricorn. They want another start. I mean, Capricorn, if you had the scenario that you think they... I mean, to me, this would be either you do know for fact or you don't. Alright, this is like, if you know this person cheated or there's reasonable evidence to suggest they did or something like that. This is probably a tower kind of trying to tell you something that no longer serves you. In other words, having someone tripping on dick or somebody that is going around to find their pussy fix or whatever like that. Maybe that spirit trying to tell you it's not working out for you, right? Maybe they just can't be faithful, right? This to me seems like they're guilty. Normally, in most cases, I try to be fairly reasonable when I'm trying to interpret the hiding portion. going forward, because sometimes it does just suggest they have feelings for that person. In this case, it really does just suggest that like they're probably hiding that they, you know, had a rendezvous with somebody else. I don't know what else to say. All right, that's what I got for you. This situation, this person, whoever they are, it's some, like I said, controversy like this. This person's still going to want to come around and see if you want to have another go with it. No, I would say no. Just don't waste your time. If this makes sense to you, it's probably best to adhere to the Tower. Even if you were to restart something and you know this kind of behavior is going on, you're just going to get another Tower. So don't even, why waste the time? It's not going to go anywhere. Alright, that's what I got in that. Oh, man, I've been reading tarot for like 5 hours. Fucking almost 5 hours reading tarot. Jeez. Aquarius, how are my Aquas doing? Alright, I'm doing great, Aquarius. Thank you for asking, as always. Tell me about the person our Aquarius wants to spy on. Who is this person? Cards are reshuffling. Shit. This could suggest somebody that is wanting to reach out to you, Aquarius. We're going to take that. You may get some sudden communication for some of you Aquas from this person. Something about the person that we're spying on for Aquarius. Who is this person? Can we get one card? Someone that wants to come out the cold with you. Alright, so it repeats the message. This won't be careful, Aquarius, if you're watching this. This is strongly suggesting somebody that wants to reapproach you, but again, it can't be all of you. So it's suggesting for some of you, this is a person that's very interested in reconnecting. Alright. They are daydreaming here. Alright. Reconciling. And we have a card of taking initiative to communicate. And we have a king here. Something about the person that Aquarius wants to spy on. What is this person thinking about in terms of Aquarius? Lovers. This person seems to have some deep attraction towards you in some way, shape, or form. Alright? What else are they thinking about? Card comes out. If this is actually stressing this person, it says. I went over lovers. I don't know why it's suggesting that, but that's what it's implying. What else is this person thinking about towards Aquarius? Wow, this person has strong energy. Taking action. A lot of fire energy from this person. I'm not sure, this person seems to be, I don't know, displaying a lot of energy congruent with somebody wanting to take initiative or action towards you. What is driving that? I don't know. How does this person see Aquarius? The person is spying on for Aquarius. How do they see Aquarius currently? They see you as potential. Jesus. Right, Ace of Pentacles here. It's an opportunity. What is this person hiding from Aquarius? Person we're spying on for Aquarius. What are they hiding? King of Pentacles. Why are they hiding the King of Pentacles? Page of Wands. What does that mean for Aquarius? No success. Why would this person hide that? Nine of Pentacles. There could be other reasons why this person is interested in you, Aquarius, so just be cautious. There is some reference to money here. For some Aquarius, if you have any type of wealth or finances or money, this person has interest in them. It is also suggestive here this person may show up again for the wrong reasons. As good as it all looks. Alright. It does kind of make sense because there is strong energy to come in unexpectedly. It's kind of implying though it would be a loss for you though. How does Aquarius see this person? It's saying someone you would be interested in still nonetheless. Well, hang on. For some of you, this may be the person that has reached out to you already, kind of suggesting they, I don't know, giving you references or suggestions about having interest in you. The Magician went over the Page of Wands, so it might actually just imply that this person has reached out to you. For some of you. The Magician could be trying to make something happen or start something. What does Aquarius think of that Magician energy towards this person? You don't trust it, it says. I probably wouldn't either. This shows an Aquarius. So this is one of these things where it's showing two potentials here. Either this person's intending to reach out to you or they already have for some of you. But this would be a person that you already have doubt or concern or distrust towards Aquarius. Their energy does kind of suggest some type of rushing energy. In other words, there's effort being put at something they're trying to obtain. Alright? The problem is that, again, the Nine of Pentacles reversal is suggesting that it's not favorable to you because that card is concerning for people arriving and getting themselves into situations that oftentimes will benefit the person pushing for it, but not so much the other person. In other words, they're there for materialistic, sometimes financial reasons, or just in genuine reasons. Translation, they're getting something from the situation they want. But unfortunately, what that leaves you, whether that screws you or leaves you empty-handed, it's not really a concern of them. It's just kind of like, well, this can suggest sometimes situations where it's a cold behavior. This can also be situations where it's a person that comes with an attitude behind closed doors that it's like just doing business. You know? Like, you know, whatever, you know, we had fun, we did stuff, whatever, I don't know what you're complaining about. Meanwhile, it's like kind of a very unfair, one-sided situation, but it's like, well, you know, you got something out of it too. So they kind of can rationalize it, that it's like, you know, you're kind of, you know, I didn't say that we're going to be, like, forever, you know. You know, this high potential, this person could make excuses or reasons up for their behavior, basically trying to justify actions. What does the Nine of Pentacles reverse behavior from this person mean for Aquarius? Deception, conflict, yeah, it's a no for me. I'm going to give this a 0 out of 5. What do you need to know out of this? What do you truly need to know out of this, Aquarius? If you have a person that you've already experienced some type of shady behavior or behavior that is questionable. Now, here's the problem when I say this. There's a lot of people out there that kind of, you know, approach situations from a distrusting standpoint where it's like they already don't believe anyone or anything, all right? So this may not be a great situation for someone like that. But it's somebody that you already know has a shady set of behaviors, or has already demonstrated that they've either screwed you over or been dishonest, right? This doesn't seem like someone that's brand new. It seems like somebody that's familiar, that knows you, and probably knows they can get something from you, right? It is indicating one way or another that whoever this individual is, if they were to come back in the picture, you're not going to get something from it. You're inevitably going to have a loss. How that loss appears, I don't know. Is it emotionally, financially, or both? Right? So just this reading is a bit of a cautionary tale here. It won't apply to all of you, but it is bringing it up for a reason. This person has an agenda. Right? Advice for Aquarius in relation to this person whenever it transpires. Again, it's showing something about money here. I don't know what is the... Why does it keep suggesting money? It keeps pointing out about something about money. Three of Cups is horizontal. What does it mean for the person that we're spying on for Aquarius? Clarity. I don't know, Aquarius. I don't want to speculate too much on this. There's a strong suggestion of something about material, money, finances with whoever this person is. What their true agenda is around that, I don't know. Some of you may be like, oh, they don't even need money. Well, then it's something else. I don't know. Just be cautious, all right? I hate to be that negative person here, but just whatever. You be your own judge here, Aquarius. You know if that story makes sense to you or not. It is something I would definitely be cautious. Pisces, you are the last sign. Let's do this. Tell me about the person our Pisces would like to spy on. Who's this person? What can we know? What can we know about this person? Person our Pisces want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? This is someone you already got over, Pisces. You're done and over with. All right? You've moved on past it. They did do a number, but you're over it. Okay, so it's an X you've been done with. I also find that this particular version of the card, you know, the artist seemed to really kind of capture something else. I don't know if any of you can notice that, but I don't know if the artist was going for something like that. This could kind of suggest this person had a very large knee. I don't know if that's what it's suggesting there. Big leg? I don't know. Maybe like something like that. I don't know if you can see it correctly. Very odd. I don't know. I don't know what that big old long knee, like leg or knee is trying to tell us, but anyways. It's like you have to have a lot of strength, like you have to breathe to deal with it, you know? You really have to tame it. Alright, that's besides the reading point here. Anyways, you moved on past this person. It kind of suggests you overcame whatever issues you had with them. Alright? Good. Alright, so tell me about the person that we're spying on for Pisces. This person that apparently Pisces moved on past. It might even suggest you're holding back from this person, this past person. What is this person thinking about towards Pisces? So we have the Six of Pentacles. Essentially, this person's going to probably want to be generous or giving to you. What else? Taurus energy there. Ace of Wands. Very favorable. It's the Dick card in Tarot. It does talk about explosive opportunity. This person is interested in something explosive with you, coming back in the picture. Being generous. How does this person see Pisces? Eight of Cups reversed. In other words, someone they've left but want to come back to. I cannot for the life of me understand why. What could be the reason why they are coming back to you? I don't know. What could that reason be? Okay. What is this person hiding from Pisces? So we have the Hermit here. Tell me about the Hermit. This person has been intensively in their mind about something. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. What does that mean in relation to Pisces? Yeah. What does the Nine of Pentacles mean for Pisces? It means Ace of Swords reversed. What is that trying to say? This is a person that seems to be uncertain or unsure if you're single. How does Pisces see this person? You have five. This is Five of Wands here. It went over the Ace of Wands. This is either someone you've had friction with, Pisces, or it went over the Ace of Wands. So I almost wonder if this person's been persistent with you before, it can suggest that they you may, I know this is crude to say, some of you may see this person as a bit of a player. All right, I don't like to say that on the tarot anymore, but it's possible here. Because the Five of Wands is somebody that would hop around. You know, they go from one person to another. It's like, as far as the dating and romance goes, other suitors. You may see this person exploring options. Alright, and Seven of Swords comes out. Again, you may not trust this person. You may feel that they're crafty, which you're probably, probably correct from based on what I'm seeing here. What does this person want with Pisces overall? It wants to initiate something. It went over the Hermit. So it's showing that there is reflection there. What truth is this person distorting? Another card goes over the Page of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. The polar opposite. Why would they distort that? Uncertain. This is kind of tricky because it's saying that they're distorting. So if they come with like the lost puppy act or whatever, like things are kind of not been going well. I don't know how that would how it would really present itself. It would almost kind of, if you see the puppy here, it's almost like they would come like as a damsel in distress, or kind of in a way that would make you maybe sympathize with them. It's saying it's not entirely true. All right, that may just be to get your attention. We have Two of Swords here. Tell me about the right sword. Three of Wands. What is the left sword? Temperance. Not really what that's implying. It's like almost suggesting working something out with you, and then the other is just suggesting stalling it, going nowhere. This is very like a confusing read, Pisces, on what this person's true angle is. It kind of almost applies overall that you don't really, you're wary of this person. Why it's suggesting you're wary is because of either their past behavior or your perception of what they're about. This person does seem to have interest in coming back in the picture with you or approaching you, but it's kind of in their mind though. There is strong energy suggesting they want to initiate something, but there is also another component of, again, what their motive is for really coming back, or if they were to make an appearance or shoot their shot with you. What is their true motive here? It's not very clear on that. Why do they have interest in Pisces? What is it that they want? What will they get? Tower. Why the Tower? Something Ten of Pentacles reversed. What does that mean for Pisces? Well, why is it towering it though? I don't understand. Why is it up? Two of Cups. So it's pointing out here why it's a tower, saying something that no longer serves you. It's saying a Pisces that despite whatever uncertainty I'm telling you here, it's suggesting that you would still try and make it work with them. But it's towering it, saying it wouldn't go in your favor. And I kind of agree with that because there is something sneaky about this person. And I'm not saying they're intentionally doing it. Maybe they're just how they are. But it's almost implying that they're coming back. That this would be someone that would come back into the picture for, I don't know, questionable reasons why they're even there. I'm still not even certain what exactly they're trying to get out, what they were trying to get out of it. What I do know, and what I can say with confidence here, is there's almost an absence of water energy, suggesting that whatever their reason for coming or trying to engage you is not really for romantic reasons, it's for some other reason. There is references to money slightly here, but there seems to be like an approach of trying, like some thought about initiating something with you to get back in your graces. But I don't know. I don't really I wouldn't really trust this. It almost implies, though, Pisces, that something has gone awry before. But despite that, it is a person you may be susceptible to falling for. In other words, falling for their bullshit. Now, some of you are going to disagree with that and say, I would never. All right, well, maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. But it seems to imply in the tarot that there are certain Pisces that would be susceptible to it. Right? This person doesn't seem to be very, their commitment doesn't look like it would be very strong here. In other words, they would get what they want and bounce. That's my final opinion on here. Whether this will actually play out or happen, I don't know which Pisces that this applies to, but tarot seems to want certain Pisces to know about this or question it. All right. I'm done. I'm so done reading tarot now. I've done 2 videos. Thanks for watching. All right. Go check out my other video I did. It was a prediction video. Some of you may have interest in that if you want some bonus content. Thanks for watching, Pisces. Sorry for those that didn't get anything out of these readings. It's just, you know how it is. Hopefully some of you did, though. Leave me a like if you got something out of my reading today. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.